So now what we're going to do is we're going to put in the highlights and sort of the not so bright highlights or the low lights. You're just going to use a white today for that, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to look at your bottle. You're going to be very observant. You're going to look at that answer key. On mine, I can see there are some really bright shapes of light, okay? What is the definition of a highlight? Who remembers way back to when we did that sphere with the parts of light? You guys remember what the formal definition of a highlight is? Yeah, it's the brightest point or the brightest white or light on your drawing. So what I'm doing is looking for those. I notice I have this bottle doesn't necessarily, it's not the same bottle I had yesterday. Oh no. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in, no matter how odd they look, and they're going to look strange. You're going to put them in, and put them in exactly as you see them. They might be reflecting light off the screen. If you're over by the windows, you're going to have probably the shapes of the windows in there. But that's what makes glass look like glass. So don't question it just too much. Just do what you see, okay? You're also going to experience that there are some highlights, like this one has a highlight that's sort of a not so bright highlight. So some of these you're going to push fairly hard, and that's where this soft lead really works nicely, or soft graphite, because I can make them very nice and rich and deep. Some of them, if I put a little less pressure on, like you guys have learned to do quite well now, is I can make sort of a not so bright highlight, sort of a softer highlight, if you would. This is what's going to make our glass sort of look glass-like. So you're going to have to kind of scan around the entire bottle and look for, and there's even one on the inside bottom, and we're just going to start with placing some of these highlights. Now there's a nice dark one here, another dark one here, there's a shot of it here on the glass. This is what's going to make your bottle look like a bottle. All right, I see another one here that's sort of that not so bright highlight. So what I'd like you to do is, once you've got your layout in an interesting way, your bottles look proportionate, then you're just going to take the white and put in highlights. And that's all we'll focus on for today. And then we're going to start learning how to layer pencils and mix tints and shades and, you know, sort of learn to draw with your pencils like you are a painter. Okay, so already I'm starting to get a glass-like appearance. Would you guys agree? It's kind of a fun thing. And I think you guys will really like this experience, because now we get to put down the whites. Before we use the white of the paper as your white, right? And for me, when I learned this as a drawer, it was really awesome. For me, it was like a huge connection, and I got better at actually shading on white paper because I understood it better. It was a powerful thing for me to actually be able to put in the white and the dark instead of only just saving white space and shading around it. That's it for today.